is 10 minutes and 2. It's Tuesday the 6th August 2019. Once upon a time, there was a new people. A people who was going underground from a great sea. A planet that was surrounded by water. The development and you understand, a great development was taking place, just like on Earth today. Giants of creatures from the sea. But you understand, a discovery of breathing air without water was becoming the goal of the evolution of their kind. So they began to build a kind of a planet. Not only that, the technologies was way beyond our imagination, because by the salt and by the crystals, great magic in the electricity of rewinning it from the crystal was the evolution of their kind. They built a craft on the side, on the moon, and they fill it up with water, and their kind could survive in the craft. They discover a place that was much more habitable than their own planet. And this discovery of their new species, that they want to revolution their own kind, was reaching to a goal of their own revolution, to transform, to rule the universe as rulers now rule. So they began to suck up all the water, all of it, and transport it to a new planet to make it much more habitable with land and their new kind. Every time they suck up some of the water, the big monsters that was living on their planets was being sucked up too. Like a big ice ball, it was being transported from one planet to another. Through the universe, it reached Earth, and they dump it down on the planet Earth that did not look like Earth, but something else. A dry planet closer to the sun, in a perfect harmony that they have created the position of that planet to revolution their own kind. They did not really care about the species that was living on their planet because they did not have that kind of feelings. It was only in a scientific way of looking on their own kind. It did not matter. They did not care. What they care about was to rule. Because they was not alone in that universe, you understand? And it was on a breakdown to war in a universe by all kind of species that just want to conquer land, to revolution their kind in a godly matter. That was what it all was all about. Godliness. Gods. When they was finished to transport everything and all what they knew on that place was past, one land did appear on that earth, and it was still not finished because it was not in harmony on that planet. The earth was going too fast. The way it was turning around, just like a wheel on a car, it was unstable because the land was only one place. It was too big in one place. And the kings in the planet could not habit Earth and get their own land as long it was only one land, because they want to have their species in their own land. They want their own land and live in peace from the other kind where they came from. So it was not finished yet. It wasn't finished. But they break up the land in pieces so they could enter Earth and habit Atlantis. Sorry. That one we are not totally sure about Atlantis, was where they came from, or it actually was Earth that became to Atlantis, and therefore Earth is not Earth but Atlantis. The revolution of hair, that was the revolution of mankind. From an eagle, a dino, the body was armed by, just like on a snake, not like soft tissue, but hardness when they was lying in the sun. You understand? There was cold-blooded people, not totally warm-blooded, just like us. But the revolution was a warm-blooded species where they have transformed and it have become to a protein that's built on proteins in a long, just like hair. Not one big armor on the body to protect their body. No, no. It was the revolution of our kind. But the progress was long. Because you understand, they was feeding on meat. But the science would allow them to evolve from a predator with the abilities of a predator, but to revolution it, to eat from the nature, what that grows from the earth. The progress was long. There was a misunderstanding in the virus that was infecting their body. When they find out they could change it, they could change the body. What you know today of animals is maybe not what you think it is, but is the outcome from an earlier experiment of revolution, our species. So when they tell you there's no life above Earth, I tell you, my friend, we are many. But in the time of war, because now war have appeared and it have come closer to the beautiful earth and have gone on in some 100 years from now. If man don't change, if man really don't change, it's like a food product where you held the wrong kind in it and you have to put everything in trash because you can nothing sell, you can nothing use of that. And you understand, they will not care. They will really not care, and they will not care about your feelings and how you look at us, because we don't care. You understand? We just don't care. Intelligent of understanding of a goal that's lying out in the future is more important than what you feel. Or what you think. doesn't matter. Only the revolution matters. And it was just a speech about how everything may become another version than the one they have told you. I will say thanks for now, and I hope you enjoy to listen. Bye.